Imagine waking up in the morning, feeling tired, your body sore, and your mind full of stress. You grab a pill to feel better, just like you did yesterday and the day before. But somewhere inside, a question lingers. What if there's another path? What if true healing isn't just about medicine, but about changing from the inside? Have you ever noticed how some people bounce back from sickness fast, while others suffer for years? Why do some stay energetic, while others feel drained, even when they eat right? And most importantly, can we heal ourselves without relying on pills? Think back to a time when you felt truly happy, even for a second. Didn't your body feel lighter, your breathing easier, and your mind peaceful? This isn't just luck. Science and ancient teachings both agree that our thoughts, feelings, and lifestyle shape our health. But today, we're so used to quick solutions that we've forgotten the strength we already hold. Take a simple case. Two people catch a cold. One stays in bed, anxious, fearing it'll get worse. The other accepts it as normal, rests with a calm mind, and heals faster. The difference isn't just medicine, it's their mindset. Your body hears your thoughts more than you know. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we uncover the deeper truths about life, health, and wellness. If you're ready to stop depending on pills and awaken your natural healing power, stay with us till the end. Before you go, so many watch, but only 0.2% subscribe. If this resonated with you, hit like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell us what you think below. Your support helps us create more content that can change lives. Buddhism shows us that healing isn't just physical pills. It begins in the mind. What you think creates your world. How you feel affects your vitality. And what you do impacts your health. By learning timeless wisdom, you can unlock your body's natural healing power. This path isn't about abandoning doctors or medicine, but about taking charge of your complete well-being. While pills may ease discomfort, lasting healing comes when your thoughts, body, and spirit work together. For centuries, Buddhist monks have thrived in harsh environments, not because of modern medicine, but through mindful awareness, disciplined living, and natural harmony. Imagine bringing these same principles into your daily life. In this series, we'll explore Buddhist healing secrets through meditation, mindful practices, and ancient knowledge. You'll learn how quieting your mind can heal your body, how awareness can stop sickness before it begins, and how your emotions hold remarkable healing power. This journey leads to natural balance. No fancy equipment or difficult routines, just simple shifts in how you think, feel, and exist. Ready to discover your inner healing power? Let's begin. Together, the Buddhist view of mind-body connection. Pause with me now. Inhale deeply. Hold. Release. Did you notice? This ordinary breath we take for granted is actually the link between mind and body. Yet in our busy lives, we ignore this vital connection. We act as if mind and body are separate. But Buddhism teaches they're deeply united. Your thoughts directly impact your physical state, just as your body affects your mental state. Remember when stress gave you tense muscles? Or when being sick made you moody? That's this connection in action. Picture a still pond, the water clear and calm. Now imagine wind stirring up waves, making the water cloudy. Your mind works the same way. Peaceful thoughts create inner harmony, while worry and anger cause turmoil. Notice how negative thoughts drain your energy. One angry moment can exhaust you all day, yet a simple act of kindness can lift your spirits instantly. This isn't coincidence. It's your mind and body communicating in their natural language. Buddhist monks have understood this for centuries. They do not heal themselves with medicines, but by taking care of their minds. A calm mind leads to a healthy body. A restless mind creates sickness. It is that simple. But in modern life, we have complicated things. We search for external solutions while ignoring the root cause of illness, which often lies within. You do not have to be a monk to experience this truth. Look at your own life. When you are at peace, does your body not feel lighter? When you were deeply happy, did your energy not rise? Then, when you were trapped in negative thoughts, did your body not feel heavy, as if carrying a great weight? The mind does not just influence the body, it shapes it. When you fill your mind with stress, your body reacts with tension. When you hold on to anger, your body responds with tightness in your chest. When you fear, your stomach twists. But when you let go, when you breathe deeply and allow peace to enter, your body relaxes. Healing begins. All along, the answers have been simple. Breathe deeply. Eat with awareness. Move your body with care. Rest when needed. Let go of what does not serve you. Fill your life with love, kindness, and gratitude. Be present in each moment. These are not just words. They are the foundation of true well-being. But now comes the most important question. Will you live by this wisdom? Will you make this not just something you listen to, but something you practice? If this resonates with you, pause for a second. Drop a comment below. What's one practice you'll commit to today? Let's hold each other accountable. Many hear the truth, but don't live it. They search for wisdom, but never use it. They know what's right, yet pick what's easy. Don't be like them. Walk this path completely, with your whole heart. If you're still here, it means you're ready to choose differently. So hit that subscribe button, because this space is for those who want to live fully, consciously, and with courage. Promise yourself today. No more going back to old suffering. Choose to live awake, in balance, in peace. This journey was simply remembering what you've always carried inside. You lack nothing to be complete. You don't need pills to feel whole. The power to create harmony in your life lives in you, in how you move, how you think, how you breathe. Now we arrive at the last step. But remember, this isn't an ending, it's your new beginning. Take one slow breath now. Feel it expand your chest. Feel life moving through you. As you let it out, release what no longer serves you. The worries, the fears, the old stories. Leave them here. In this moment, you're free. Right now, healing is already working through you. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for letting this wisdom touch you. If even one line gave you peace or clarity, share it in the comments. I read every word. And please, like the video and share it with someone who needs this today. You never know the difference it might make. So many watch these videos, but only 0.2% subscribe. If this helped you, please like, comment, share, and join our community. Your support helps us keep sharing these truths. And I truly want to hear from you. What did this journey awaken in you? What will you carry forward? This isn't goodbye. It's your invitation to step into a new way of being. The choice is always yours. Now go. Me too. Completely. Naturally. Fearlessly. Your freedom starts here. Science now agrees with what Buddhism has taught for thousands of years. Stress weakens the immune system, while peace strengthens it. Negative emotions create harmful chemicals in the body, while positive emotions trigger healing responses. This is why monks do not just meditate for peace of mind, they meditate for health, for strength, for life itself. But what does this mean for you? It means that every thought you allow into your mind matters. It means that healing is not just about what you eat or what medicine you take. It is about what you think, what you feel, how you live. Have you ever seen someone who always complains about being sick, and they are always sick? Have you ever met someone who refuses to let sickness control them, and they recover faster than expected? This is the power of the mind-body connection. If you want to heal, start here. Start with your thoughts. Pay attention to what you tell yourself. Are you filling your mind with worry, anger, frustration? Or are you filling it with peace, kindness, acceptance? Every thought is a seed. Whatever you plant will grow. Healing is not something that happens overnight, and it does not come from one single action. It is a way of living, a way of being. It is the daily practice of choosing peace over stress, calm over chaos, love over fear. So take a moment now, sit still, breathe in, hold it, now let go. As you exhale, imagine releasing all the tension, all the worries, all the pain. Let them drift away like clouds in the sky. Feel your body respond, softening, relaxing, healing. This is your power. The power to heal from within. The power to transform your body by changing your mind. The power to live not in fear of sickness, but in harmony with health. The mind and body are not separate. They never were. They are one, always moving together, always listening to each other. And when you understand this, true healing begins. Harnessing the power of meditation for healing. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air entering your lungs, filling your body with life. Now exhale slowly, letting go of any tension, any weight you are carrying. Just for this moment, allow yourself to be here, fully present. This is meditation, not something complicated, not something mystical. Just this, being here now. You see, the mind is like a restless ocean. Waves of thoughts, emotions, and worries crash in every moment. Sometimes the water is calm, sometimes it is a raging storm. But beneath the surface, in the depths of the ocean, there is stillness, peace, silence. Meditation is the way to reach that depth within yourself, the place where healing begins. Think about this. When you cut your hand, does it not heal on its own? When you catch a cold, does your body not fight to recover? The body has a natural ability to heal. But do you know what interferes with it the most? Stress, anxiety, restless thoughts. The mind in chaos creates a body in imbalance. Meditation brings back harmony. It reminds the body of its natural state, a state of healing. Right now, you might be carrying so much tension without even realizing it. Look at your shoulders. Are they stiff? Your jaw? Are you clenching it? Your breath? Is it shallow? Most people live their entire lives in this unconscious tension and then wonder why they feel exhausted, why their body is always in pain. When the mind is always racing, the body never gets a chance to rest. It never gets a chance to heal. Buddhist monks understood this long ago. They lived in simplicity, in nature, and most importantly, in stillness. They sat for hours in meditation, not because they were escaping the world, but because they were understanding it. The body follows the mind. A peaceful mind creates a healthy body. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who suffered from unbearable headaches for years. He tried every medicine, every treatment, but nothing worked. Then a wise teacher told him, "Sit in silence for 30 minutes every day. Do nothing, just breathe." The man laughed. How can sitting and breathing cure my pain? But he had tried everything else, so he decided to listen. The first few days were difficult. His mind was full of noise. But slowly, something changed. His breath became deeper, his shoulders relaxed, and the pain which had controlled his life for so long, started fading. Within weeks, it was gone. Not because of a pill, not because of any external treatment, but because his body finally found the space to heal. This is the power of meditation. It is not about emptying the mind. It is about becoming aware of your breath, aware of your thoughts, aware of your body. When you become aware, you begin to notice the patterns that are harming you. You begin to understand what your body truly needs. And when you give it what it needs, rest, balance, peace, it heals. Do not think that meditation is only for monks, for spiritual seekers. It is for everyone. A mother taking care of her children, a worker sitting at his desk, a student preparing for exams. Anyone at any moment can pause, breathe, and return to the present. The more you do this, the more your body listens, and the more your body heals. Modern science is finally catching up to what Buddhism has taught for centuries. Studies show that meditation reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, boosts immunity, and even slows down aging. But more than that, it gives you back control. Instead of reacting to life in fear and stress, you begin to respond with clarity and calmness. Right now, you might think, "But I don't have time to meditate." That is exactly why you need it. The busier your life, the more chaotic your thoughts, the more important it is to pause. Even 5 minutes of stillness can change everything. Sit down. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Do this every day. Do not worry about doing it right. There is no right or wrong. Just sit, breathe, and be. Your body knows how to heal. It always has. All you have to do is give it the space to do so. Mindful living. The key to a healthy life. Sit down for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Now ask yourself, how often do you truly live in the present moment? How often do you eat without distraction, walk without rushing, or simply sit in silence without reaching for your phone? Most people are not living. They are rushing, worrying, thinking about what's next, regretting what's past, and completely missing what is now. Their minds are either trapped in the past or lost in the future. And when the mind is restless, the body follows. Stress builds up, tension settles in the muscles, the immune system weakens, sleep becomes shallow, energy drains away. But what if I told you that healing doesn't start with medicine or even food, but with awareness? Healing starts when you begin to live mindfully. Mindful living is not a complex practice. It is about being here now, not just with your body, but with your mind and heart. It is about eating when you eat, walking when you walk, listening when you listen, and breathing when you breathe. Think about the last time you ate a meal. Did you taste each bite, or were you scrolling on your phone, watching TV, or lost in thought? When you eat without awareness, your body does not fully absorb the nourishment. But when you eat with mindfulness, your digestion improves. Your body receives what it needs. And even simple food becomes deeply satisfying. When you walk, do you feel your feet touching the ground? Do you notice the wind against your skin? Or are you rushing to your next task, lost in worries? A mindful step is healing. A hurried step is draining. The same applies to emotions. When you are sad, do you feel it fully? Or do you push it away? When you are angry, do you understand why? Or do you let it control you? Mindfulness allows you to see your emotions clearly without being ruled by them. It gives you space between feeling and reacting. And in that space, there is peace. Buddhism teaches that suffering comes from attachment to thoughts, emotions, expectations, and illusions. When you are mindful, you see things as they are, not as your mind wants them to be. You stop fighting life. You stop clinging to pain. And in that release, healing begins. There is a story of a young monk who went to his master, troubled by anxiety and exhaustion. He said, "Master, I meditate, I pray, but still I feel restless. My mind is always racing." The master smiled and handed him a cup of tea. "Drink this mindfully," he said. The monk took a sip, but his thoughts were elsewhere. He was thinking about his duties, his worries, his past. The master gently took the cup away and said, "If you cannot drink tea mindfully, how can you live mindfully? If you do not taste the tea, you do not taste life. Every moment is like this tea. If you are not present, you miss it." The monk understood. From that day, he slowed down. He paid attention to each step, each breath, each action, and in that awareness, his restlessness faded. You see, healing is not always about doing more. Sometimes it is about being more, being present, being aware, being in harmony with life. Buddhist monks have understood this for centuries. They live close to nature, in mountains, forests, in quiet places where life moves at its own pace. They know that when the body is weak, the earth can restore it. When the mind is restless, the sky can calm it. When the spirit feels lost, the flowing rivers can guide it home. Everything in nature teaches us something about healing. A tree does not rush to grow. It takes its time, yet it becomes strong. A river does not fight its path. It flows, adapting to the stones and bends along the way. The sun rises and sets without struggle, giving life without asking for anything in return. We too can learn from this effortless wisdom. Have you ever noticed how walking in the forest clears your thoughts? How sitting by the ocean makes your problems seem smaller? This is not an illusion. Science now confirms what Buddhism has known for ages. Nature heals not just the body, but the mind and soul as well. In Buddhist practice, nature is not just a background. It is a teacher, a healer, a reflection of our inner world. The Buddha himself found enlightenment under a tree. He did not seek wisdom in temples or books, but in silence and stillness, in deep connection with life around him. When you touch the earth with awareness, you touch something far greater than yourself. When you breathe in the fresh air with gratitude, you receive more than oxygen. You receive life itself. But we have forgotten this simple truth. Instead of walking in the rain, we run for cover. Instead of gazing at the stars, we stare at screens. Instead of listening to the wind, we drown ourselves in noise. And so we grow tired, sick, disconnected. Not because nature has abandoned us, but because we have abandoned it. So what can we do? How can we return to this ancient wisdom? The answer is simple. Slow down. Step outside. Begin to see, not with hurried eyes, but with presence. The next time you drink water, pause for a moment. Feel its coolness, its purity. This is not just a drink. This is life itself entering you. At your food, where did it come from? The sun, the soil, the rain. All of nature worked together to bring it to you. Sit by a tree. Close your eyes. Breathe in deeply. Do you feel that the tree is giving you oxygen, asking for nothing in return? It stands tall, patient, and strong no matter the storm. Can you learn to be like the tree? When illness comes, do not fear it. Instead, return to the earth. Walk barefoot on the grass to balance your energy. Drink pure water to cleanse your body. Breathe deeply in fresh air to fill your lungs with life. Sit in silence and let nature's rhythm heal what words cannot. Buddhist monks often practice forest bathing, not as an exercise, but as a way of life. They walk slowly, feeling the ground beneath their feet, sensing the life around them. They listen not just to the birds, but to the silence between the sounds. They do not rush. They simply exist. And in that existence, healing happens naturally. Nature does not force, yet it transforms everything. A single seed can grow into a mighty tree. A gentle stream can carve mountains. The soft moonlight can calm the wildest ocean. This is the power of nature. This is the power within you. Let go of the idea that healing is something you must chase. It is already here. It is in the rain that washes away the dust of the past. It is in the sun that warms your skin after a cold night. It is in the wind that carries away your worries. When you feel unwell, do not just look for a cure. Look for balance. Ask yourself, have I spent time in the sun? Have I walked among the trees? Have I breathed in the fresh morning air? Have I listened to the song of nature, the whispers of the earth? There is wisdom in the way nature moves. It does not resist, yet it endures. It does not hurry, yet it achieves everything. If we align ourselves with this natural flow, healing will not be something we struggle for. It will be something we simply allow. So step outside. Feel the earth beneath you. Breathe in the gift of life. And remember, you are not separate from nature. You are part of it. And when you reconnect with it, you reconnect with yourself. Detoxing the mind. Letting go of negative energy. Sit down for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Then, slowly let it out. Do it again. Feel the tension leaving your body, your shoulders dropping, your face relaxing. Now ask yourself, how much weight are you carrying that cannot be seen? The mind holds on to so much. Memories, regrets, worries, fears. These things are not physical, yet they can make the body heavy. Have you ever felt exhausted not because of work, but because of thoughts that keep spinning in your head? Have you ever felt trapped in an endless cycle of emotions, unable to break free? This is the burden of the mind. And just like the body needs cleansing, the mind needs it too. Imagine a cup filled with dirty water. No matter how much fresh water you pour in, it will remain cloudy unless the old water is emptied. This is how the mind works. You may try to fill your life with happiness, peace, and wisdom. But if the mind is still filled with negativity, nothing truly changes. To heal, you must first let go. Letting go does not mean forgetting or ignoring. It means loosening your grip on what no longer serves you. A clenched fist cannot receive anything new, just as a mind holding on to pain cannot embrace peace. Negative energy stays trapped within, creating patterns of suffering. Many people try to escape these feelings by keeping busy, distracting themselves, or pretending everything is fine. But the truth is, unhealed emotions will always surface in one way or another, through stress, illness, or sudden bursts of anger and sadness. The only way out is through. A wise person once said, "You do not have to push the river, it flows by itself." Your thoughts and emotions are like a river. If you fight them, resist them, or try to block them, they become stronger, like water pressing against a dam. But if you allow them to flow, they will pass, and the river will clear itself. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing in a stream, the water rushing past your feet. Now picture each negative thought, each painful memory, as a leaf floating on the surface. Instead of grabbing them, let them drift away. Watch them move further and further until they disappear. This is the practice of releasing. Buddhist teachings show us that suffering is not caused by what happens to us, but by how tightly we hold on to. Pain is natural, but suffering is optional. The moment you stop clinging to the past, you free yourself. This is why monks practice mindfulness, not to escape the world, but to see it clearly. When the mind is clear, there is no room for negativity to take root. A still pond reflects the moon perfectly, but a disturbed pond only shows ripples. You may wonder, how do I cleanse my mind in daily life? It starts with awareness. Observe your thoughts without judgment. When anger arises, notice it, but do not feed it. When sadness comes, sit with it, but do not become it. Just as clouds pass across the sky, emotions come and go. They're not you. Breath is a great purifier. When you breathe deeply, you bring fresh energy into the body and release tension with each exhale. Try this. The next time you feel overwhelmed, pause. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, then exhale slowly. Do this 3 times. Notice how your body relaxes and how the mind becomes lighter. Another powerful practice is gratitude. Negative energy cannot survive where gratitude lives. Each night before sleep, think of 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be big. Perhaps the warmth of the sun, the kindness of a stranger, or the simple joy of a meal. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already here. Detoxing the mind also means being mindful of what you consume. Not just food, but thoughts, conversations, and environments. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, argue, or spread negativity, their energy will affect you. Choose your surroundings wisely. Let go of the need to control everything. Many suffer because they try to hold on to things that are meant to change. Seasons shift, rivers flow, people come and go. This is the way of life. When you accept this, you stop resisting, and peace arises. One of the greatest truths in Buddhism is impermanence. Everything changes. No storm lasts forever. No pain is eternal. When you understand this, you stop fearing emotions. You let them come, and you let them go. Like waves on the ocean, they rise and fall, but the ocean itself remains. You are not your thoughts. You are not your pain. You are the vast sky, and emotions are just passing clouds. Do not cling to them. Let them drift, and in their place, clarity will arise. Detoxing the mind is not a one-time process. It is a daily practice, like keeping a garden free from weeds. The more you do it, the lighter you become. The past loses its hold. The future stops causing fear. And you begin to live truly in the present. So now, take a breath. Feel the weight lifting. And remember, healing begins the moment you decide to let go. The role of compassion and kindness in self-healing. Close your eyes for a moment. Think of a time when someone showed you kindness, when someone truly cared. Maybe it was a friend who listened to you when you were struggling, a stranger who smiled at you on a difficult day, or a moment when you helped someone and felt the warmth inside your heart. Do you remember how that felt? That feeling, that warmth, is not just an emotion. It is energy. It is healing. We often think of healing as something physical, taking medicine, eating the right food, or exercising. But true healing is not just about the body. It is about the mind, the heart, and the spirit. One of the most powerful forces of healing is compassion. In Buddhism, compassion is not just about helping others. It is about understanding the deep connection between all living beings. When you show kindness, you do not just heal others, you heal yourself. When you let go of anger, you free your own heart. When you forgive, you release a heavy burden from your own soul. Think about the last time you were truly angry. Your body tensed up, your breathing became shallow, and your heartbeat raced. Maybe you couldn't sleep that night, and your mind kept replaying the moment over and over again. But when you finally let go, when you forgave, or when you simply decided not to hold on to the pain. Didn't you feel lighter? That is healing. That is compassion working within you. Now, imagine carrying that anger, that resentment for years. What do you think it does to your body, your mind, your energy? Many illnesses come not just from the body alone, but from the emotions we refuse to release. Stress, anxiety, depression, even physical pain are deeply connected to unresolved emotions. Buddhism teaches us that when we cultivate compassion, we create space for healing, not just for others, but for ourselves. Imagine a small candle in a dark room. When you light it, the darkness does not fight back. It simply disappears. Compassion is like that light. It dissolves pain, suffering, and negativity. And the best part, the more you give, the brighter it becomes. Many people think, but what if others take advantage of my kindness? What if they hurt me? True compassion does not mean allowing others to harm you. It means understanding that those who hurt others are themselves in pain. It means seeing beyond anger, beyond mistakes, beyond fear. It means protecting your own peace while also wishing peace for others. A Buddhist monk once said, "Holding on to anger is like holding a hot coal, expecting the other person to get burnt. The more we cling to resentment, the more we suffer. The moment we let it go, we heal." Think about nature. When a tree gives shade, it does not choose who can rest beneath it. It simply offers its shelter. The sun does not choose who gets its warmth. The wind does not decide who deserves its coolness. Nature gives freely, without expectation, and in that giving, it remains strong and full of life. Now look at your own life. How often do you hold back kindness? How often do you build walls around your heart, afraid to be hurt? Healing begins when we open those walls, not carelessly, but with wisdom. When we choose to respond with understanding instead of anger, we free ourselves from suffering. There is a reason why people who dedicate their lives to kindness, monks, saints, even ordinary people who simply choose to love, seem to have a different glow about them. Their hearts are lighter, their minds are clearer, their energy flows freely because they do not carry unnecessary weight. Compassion is not a weakness, it is strength. It takes strength to forgive. It takes strength to be kind when the world is harsh. It takes strength to choose peace over conflict. And that strength heals. Imagine waking up every day with a heart free of grudges, a mind free of worry, and a soul free of fear. Imagine living each moment with kindness, not because you expect something in return, but because it feels natural, because it makes you feel alive. This is the secret many do not realize. Compassion is not just for others, it is for you. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you let go, the more space you create for healing, love, and joy. There is no complicated ritual, no secret formula, just a simple choice. In every moment, in every situation, choose kindness. Even in small ways, a kind word, a gentle smile, a moment of patience. Each act of compassion is a drop of healing, creating ripples that reach further than you can imagine. And in that kindness, in that choice, healing begins. Sacred chanting and vibrational healing in Buddhism. Close your eyes for a moment. Listen, not with your ears, but with your heart. Can you hear the rhythm of your own breath, the soft hum of existence flowing through you? Every sound, every vibration carries energy, and in that energy lies the power to heal. For centuries, Buddhist monks have used sacred chanting to heal the body, calm the mind, and awaken the spirit. These are not just words. They are vibrations, resonating deep within, creating harmony where there is imbalance. peace where there is pain. But how does this work? How can a simple sound change the way you feel? Think about music. A song can make you feel happy, sad, excited, or nostalgic. Some melodies bring peace, while others fill you with energy. This is not magic. It is the power of vibration. Sound carries a frequency, and that frequency affects you even when you are not paying attention. Now imagine a monk sitting in deep meditation, chanting a mantra. His voice is steady. His breath is controlled. The sound fills the air, creating a vibration that moves through every part of him. That vibration is not just heard, it is felt. It moves through his bones, his organs, his mind. It brings balance, washes away stress, and opens the heart. Chants work in the same way. They are designed to align you with the natural rhythm of life, bringing you back to a state of balance where healing can happen. When you chant, you are not just speaking, you are tuning your body like a musical instrument. And when the body is in tune, it functions at its best. Think about a time when you were deeply stressed. Your breath was shallow, your muscles tense, your mind restless. Now think about a time when you felt completely at peace. Your breath was deep, your body relaxed, your thoughts clear. The difference between these two states is energy, and energy can be changed with sound. Imagine dropping a small pebble into a still pond. The water ripples outward, creating perfect circles. But if the water is already disturbed, the ripples become chaotic, colliding with each other. This is what happens inside you when your mind is restless. When stress takes over, the natural flow of energy is disturbed, and healing becomes difficult. Chanting is like dropping a single steady vibration into that chaotic energy. It calms the storm, smooths the ripples, and brings everything back to balance. That is why monks chant. That is why sacred sounds have been used in healing for thousands of years. But you don't have to be a monk to experience this. Anyone can use sound to heal. It doesn't matter if your voice is perfect, or if you know the exact words. What matters is the intention, the feeling, the vibration. Even humming a simple sound like M can change the way you feel. Try this. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Now take another breath. And as you exhale, hum softly. Feel the vibration in your chest, in your throat, in your head. Do this a few times and notice what happens. Your breath slows, your mind quiets, your body relaxes. This is healing. Simple, natural, powerful. Many people believe that healing must be complicated. They think you need special treatments, expensive medicines, or difficult practices. But the truth is, healing is already within you. Your own voice, your own breath, your own energy are your greatest tools. You just have to learn how to use them. Think about a baby crying. The moment a mother hums a soft lullaby, the baby calms down. Why? Because sound is not just heard. It is felt. It carries love, comfort, safety. It changes the energy in the space around it. In the same way, when you chant, you are creating a vibration that your body understands. You are telling it, it's okay. You are safe. You are healing. In body response, science is now beginning to understand what Buddhist monks have known for centuries. Studies show that chanting can lower stress, reduce anxiety, and even improve the immune system. Hospitals are now using sound therapy to help patients heal faster. People who suffer from chronic pain are finding relief through simple vibrations. But you don't need science to tell you what you can feel. Try it for yourself. The next time you are stressed, come up with a simple sound. The next time you feel overwhelmed, chant a gentle mantra. Do it with awareness and notice how your body responds. Healing is not always about doing something big. Sometimes it is about something as small as a single breath, a single sound, a single moment of stillness. The monks understand this. That is why they wake up before the sun rises, sit in silence, and chant. Not for anyone else, not for show, but because they know the sound is medicine, the vibration is healing. And so they chant again and again, until their bodies vibrate with peace, until their minds become clear, until they are one with the universe. If you listen closely, you will hear it, the sound of healing, the sound of balance, the sound of life itself. The art of eating, fasting, and spiritual energy in natural healing. Sit with me for a moment. Let us talk about something that touches every life, every day: food. The very thing that gives us strength, that brings us comfort, that connects us to nature. Yet in the modern world, food has become something else. It has become excess. It has become escape. It has become confusion. We eat, but do we truly taste? We swallow, but do we truly nourish? We crave, but do we truly understand what our body needs? A hungry mind leads to a hungry body. When the mind is restless, when emotions are scattered, when life feels unbalanced, we reach for food. Not because the body asks, but because the mind is searching for something: comfort, distraction, fulfillment. But no matter how much we eat, we remain unsatisfied. The hunger is never truly for food. A wise monk once said, "A full stomach can never fill an empty heart." Look around. People have more food than ever before, yet illness is everywhere. Bodies are tired, digestion is weak, energy is low. Why? Because we have forgotten the sacred connection between food and life. In Buddhist temples, eating is not just about filling the stomach. It is a meditation, a practice of awareness. Every grain of rice is respected. Every sip of tea is savored. There is no rush, no distraction, only deep gratitude for the nourishment received. The body is like a garden. Feed it with the wrong food, and sickness grows. Feed it with wisdom, and health blossoms. But the question is, what is the right food? The answer is simple. Food that is alive. Food that is fresh, pure, and filled with the energy of the earth. Fruits ripened under the sun. Vegetables grown in rich soil. Water that flows freely. Grains that hold the warmth of the land. This is food that heals. Now let me tell you about something even more powerful than food: fasting. People fear hunger. They believe skipping a meal is dangerous, that the body will weaken. But the truth is different. The body is intelligent. It knows how to heal itself, if we allow it. When we stop eating for a while, something magical happens. The body starts cleansing itself, repairing, restoring. Old cells are removed. Toxins are flushed out. Energy is redirected toward healing. In Buddhist practice, monks do not eat after midday, not because of rules, but because they understand balance. The body does not need constant feeding. It needs time to rest, to digest, to renew itself. When the body is always digesting, it has no time to heal. But when we give it a pause, even for a short time, it begins to repair. That is why fasting has been practiced for centuries, not as suffering, but as a gift to the body. Have you ever noticed how animals, when sick, refuse food? They trust their body. They allow it to heal naturally. Yet humans, when sick, do the opposite. We eat more, take more, push more, without listening. Fasting is not starvation. It is freedom. It teaches us that we are not slaves to hunger. We can live with less. We can control our cravings instead of letting them control us. But fasting is not just about the body. It is also about the mind. When we fast, our senses become sharper. The mind becomes clear. The noise inside quiets down. This is why monks fast before deep meditation, A light body leads to a light mind. The secret to healing is not in more food, more medicine, more complication. The secret is in less. Less burden, less excess, less waste. If you listen closely, your body will tell you what it needs, not what your habits say, not what your cravings demand, but what your true self requires. Some days you need a full meal. Some days a simple bowl of soup is enough. Some days the body asks for rest. When we eat with awareness, food becomes medicine. When we fast with wisdom, hunger becomes healing. When we live with balance, health becomes natural. So I ask you not to change everything at once, but to begin noticing. Notice how you eat. Notice how your body feels. Notice when hunger is real and when it is just the mind searching for something else. And when the time feels right, give yourself the gift of space. A pause, a moment to let the body breathe, to let it heal, to trust in its wisdom. Because healing is not something we must chase. It is something that happens when we simply allow it. The art of letting go, healing through acceptance. Sit down for a moment, breathe, feel the air into your lungs, then let it leave. Notice how it comes and goes, effortless, natural, without force. Life is like this breath. It flows, it moves. But the question is, do you allow it? So many people live in suffering, not because of pain itself, but because they hold on to it. They cling to memories of the past, to wounds that never healed, to regrets that haunt them in the quiet hours of the night. They grip tightly onto expectations of the future, hoping that life will unfold exactly as they wish. And when it doesn't, they feel betrayed, lost, broken. But tell me, what happens when you hold on to fire? Does it not burn your hand? To heal, you must learn the art of letting go, not just in words, not just in thought, but deep within your heart. Letting go is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is understanding that you cannot control everything and you do not need to. Think of a river. It never holds on to the water that passes. It does not grasp at the drops, fearing they will be lost. It allows the flow, and in doing so, it remains full, alive, and free. But imagine if the river refused to let go. If it tried to capture each drop, keeping it frozen in place, it would become stagnant, lifeless. This is what happens when you do not release the burdens of your heart. A man once came to the Buddha carrying deep sorrow. His son had died, and he could not move past his grief. He went before the Buddha, asking, "Why do we have to lose the ones we love?" The Buddha simply asked, "If you hold a burning coal in your hand, will the fire spare you just because you do not want to be burned?" Many people believe that holding on makes them strong. They carry old wounds like treasures, as if remembering their suffering will somehow protect them from future pain. But the truth is, strength is not in holding on. Strength is in trusting life, even when it does not go your way. Letting go is not an act of losing, it is an act of opening. When you let go of anger, you open yourself to peace. When you let go of regret, you open yourself to new possibilities. When you let go of fear, you open yourself to freedom. A monk once carried a heavy sack of rice up a mountain. With each step, it became heavier, pulling at his back, making his journey slow and painful. A traveler passing by saw the struggle and asked, "Why do you not set it down for a moment?" "Rest." The monk smiled and replied, "But this is what people do with their troubles. They carry them long after they need to, long after they serve a purpose." Ask yourself, what are you still carrying? What pain? What memory? What anger? What fear? What weight do you place upon your own shoulders every day? And most importantly, are you ready to put it down? Healing is not about fixing every broken piece. It is not about undoing the past or shaping the future into something perfect. Healing is about accepting what is and finding peace in the present. Have you ever watched a leaf fall from a tree? It does not resist. It does not fight the wind or cling desperately to the branch. It simply lets go, allowing itself to drift, knowing that the ground below is not an end, but a new beginning. Letting go is the same. It is trusting that life will carry you where you need to be. It is knowing that peace is not found in control, but in surrender. There is an old Zen story of two monks traveling together. They reached a river, where a woman stood, unable to cross. The older monk lifted her onto his back and carried her across, setting her down gently on the other side. The younger monk was silent for hours. Then, unable to hold it in any longer, he said, "We are monks. We do not touch women. Why did you carry her?" The older monk smiled and replied, "I set her down hours ago." "Why are you still carrying her? How often do you do this in your own life?" Something happens, and long after it is over, you still carry it inside you. You replay the words, the pain, the anger, as if holding on to it will somehow change what is already past. But tell me, has it ever helped you? Has it ever freed you? Buddhism teaches that suffering is not in the event itself, but in our attachment to it. When we resist change, we suffer. When we demand that life be different from what it is, we suffer. But when we accept, when we trust, when we let go, we heal. You have a choice. You can hold on to the weight of yesterday, or you can step forward into today. You can resist the river of life, or you can flow with it. You can grip the burning coal, or you can open your hand and release it. Letting go is not something you do once and forget. It is a practice, a way of living each day, each moment. Ask yourself, am I holding on, or am I allowing myself to be free? You do not need to carry what no longer serves you. You do not need to hold on to the past. You are not your pain. You are not your regrets. You are not your failures. You are the one who can choose to set them down. Breathe in, breathe out, let go. And in that letting go, feel the healing begin. Final transformation. Embracing a life of true well-being as sit down, breathe. Feel the weight of your body resting on the earth. Close your eyes for a moment and listen, not to the noise of the world, but to the silence within. You have walked far on this journey, and now you are here, standing at the edge of something new. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You came seeking healing, looking for a way to live without being trapped by medicine, sin, worries, and suffering. And now you understand something deeper. Healing is not about fixing what is broken. It is about returning to what has always been whole. It is about remembering who you truly are. Think back to when we first began. You might have carried doubts, fears, or hesitation. Maybe you wondered if real healing without medicines was even possible. But as you listened, as you opened your heart, something inside you began to shift. Your body is not separate from your mind. Your mind is not separate from your spirit. When you live in alignment with your inner truth, balance comes naturally. When you live in awareness, your body listens and responds. You have seen how thoughts shape your health, how emotions carry energy, and how your way of living determines your well-being. Now I ask you, what will you choose? Will you go back to the old patterns, waiting for something outside of you to bring healing? Or will you step forward into this new life, where you understand that healing is already within you?